Dispatch.
Podcast.
Dispatch.
Podcast.
Dispatch.
Podcast.
Podcast.
Coming to you.
Podcast.
Dispatch. Podcast. Greetings, ladies and gents. My name is Sergio Jordann, and today I'm coming to you with an episode of New Year's Dash, in which I'm gonna review what happened on the show. The show had several matches that was quite good, actually. Usually it's very storyline oriented, and we see something big happen on the show, like an invasion that we saw from Suzuki-gun or an attack from Jericho. But this time, they had something different in mind. We had the returning Yoshihashi. When the show started, they announced that Yoshihashi is back. And I thought maybe they're gonna say, oh, he's back to make an appearance, or he's here just to say hi to the fans. But no, they said he's going to wrestle in the main event tonight. And he was teaming up with Hiroshi Tanahashi and Okada, going against Jay White, Bad Luck Fale, and Gedo. So usually when you think about this, usually when Gedo, he's the one in matches, you go like, he's the one who's gonna take the fall. So they want to protect other guys, either on the hands of Okada or Tanahashi, to get a happy ending and make everyone go home happy. But they had something different in mind, like totally different in mind. But with that, the news of Yoshihashi coming back, that was a very pleasant news for me, as we can't forget his botched run-in trying to help his teammate Okada, but he fell down before reaching the ring, and it was his version of Titus World Slide that we saw in the Greatest Royal Rumble. The guy was bleeding from the head, but he went in the ring and Jay White just took him out. After doing that, we got news that, he was taken to the hospital from that show, and I was so happy to hear that he is back and he's gonna compete. So I was really happy that the guy is back. Last year we had Tomoaki Honma coming back, and now we have Yoshihashi. Hopefully in the near future we're gonna hear the news of Hiromu Takahashi coming back and wrestling in the ring. So the show started with Roppongi 3K going against Iizuka and KES. The match started with Suzuki-gun working on 3K on the outside. And between people, we see Davey Boy Smith. He was very impressive in the match. He did a double suplex at the same time on Sho and Yo, but Yo got the sunset flip cover on Iizuka, and they won the match. Roppongi 3K won, and they ran out because they saw KES and Iizuka running after them. We see Rocky Romero going through the crowd and leaving the arena. So after that, we see Davey Boy Smith giving a body slam to one of the Young Lions on the floor, and Lance Archer clobbers two Young Lions head together before leaving the arena. It was a good opener. It was a lot of fun to watch. Then Chase Owens and Yujiro Takahashi, they went against Toa Henare and Tomoaki Honma. Chase said he is over Hangman Page, and now him and Yujiro are a team. On Wrestle Kingdom, we saw dissension between Chase Owens, Hangman Page, and Marty Scurll, even Yujiro. They were in the opening match, the gauntlet match on the pre-show, and they were the first team to be eliminated. So I thought, there's going to be a fallout or something going on with these guys if they're staying with New Japan. We all know Yujiro, he will stay with New Japan. The other guy that was left, that was Chase Owens. We didn't hear him, joining All Elite Wrestling. And he wasn't in the photos, and he didn't have a contract. I think he still has a contract with New Japan, so he can't leave. That's why. Anyways, the match starts, and I couldn't pay any attention at the beginning because Peter was ringside, and she's just... she's beautiful. So Chase mocked Honma's Kokeshi, and the crowd got pissed, real pissed at Chase Owens for doing and making fun of Tomoaki Honma. Then Yujiro worked on Toa Henare until attack to Honma. Honma worked hard on Yujiro and tried the Kokeshi, but he missed. Yujiro did a fisherman buster for a near fall, then a package pile driver from Chase Owens to Henare for the win. David Finlay and Juice Robinson versus the best friends Chucky T and Trent Beretta. Beretta told David Finlay to be nice because his mom is in the crowd, and they showed a shot of her and she looked real happy. So the match starts. Juice works a little hard on Beretta. Beretta feels a little pain, leaves the ring, goes to the crowd and hugs his mommy. And you can hear the crowd pop. They were so happy about this moment. A guy hugging his mom. That's just This is a great moment, a nice moment to see. The match continues, this time best friends, they were rough on the guys. We see David Finlay, he was dangling on the barricade. Trent Beretta, he comes and drop kicks him, making him fall to the ground. We see Juice hugging Finlay and tries to kiss him, but David Finlay says no because he's a happily married man. Beretta and Juice chop the shit out of each other until Juice ducks and does the Juice punches. Shotgun dropkick follows that with a cannonball. The crowd loved Juice here. Then a step up enziguri from Beretta. Pulp friction, it got countered into a shotgun knee until Chucky T brought out a chair and attacked David Finlay for the DQ. Beretta didn't look happy here, and as he was taking Chucky T to the outside, we see Chucky T going in the ring, giving David Finlay a pile driver on chairs. The real Kushida, not the kid that was at Wrestle Kingdom, with Yuji Nagata and Jeff Cobb versus Will Ospreay, Hiroki Goto, and Tomohiro Ishii. We see Kushida starting the match with Ospreay, and the crowd loved it. They worked for a bit until Ospreay took him out, and Kushida got triple team, doing their moves on Kushida, and he was selling as crazy. Kushida gets in the face of Tomohiro Ishii and they fought for a while. Then Ishii wanted to get some of Nagata until Ishii took him out with a headbutt. Nagata came back to the ring and he went toe to toe with Ishii with fighting spirit elbows, exploder from Yuji to Ospreay, power slam from Ishii, over the top rope 619 from Ospreay, Oscuro, but Jeff Cobb catches him mid-flight for an athletic press that looked amazing. Back to the Future turned into a stunner, a sliding D and a corkscrew moonsault, followed by a stormbreaker from Ospreay to Kushida for the win. This was a lot of fun to watch. And after the match, we see Will Ospreay fist bumping Kushida. This may indicate something. I mean, there has been news of Kushida for a while that he's leaving New Japan and going to WWE. And I hope that's not true. I don't want to see the guy go there, and I think with him staying in New Japan, he can go and, follow Will Ospreay and get the never openweight title. And that match, if these guys can go back and forth between the two, I think that can be a lot of fun. But on the other side, they don't have a lot of juniors, so they need more juniors in the division, and I don't know what they're gonna do next. Many people say, oh, Kushida did everything in New Japan now, and now he should go and leave and try something else. I don't know why WWE is really interested in Kushida. Maybe they want him to be in 205 Live, but if he goes there, what's the point? I know 205 Live does great wrestling, but at the same time, you have a guy like Hideo Itami, who's not doing much now. He just teamed up with Arya Daivari, and I don't think Kushida can be a good fit there. But if he wants to go, let him go, I guess. So the match ended, but it didn't stop there as the slaps continued between Nagata and Ishii until it got stopped. Now I really want to watch the match, Ishii versus Nagata. That match can be awesome. The teasing that they do here, they do it very well. And we all know Nagata is a hard hitter. That year when he was in the G1, he was having awesome matches in the G1. And his match, I still remember his match with Tanahashi. It was one of the awesome matches in the G1. So, I think this match between him and Ishii is gonna blow the roof off, and I can't wait to see it. Then we had the only title match of the show. It was a 6-man never openweight title match between Togi Makabe, Taguchi, and Toru Yano going against Tama Tonga and Tangaloa and Taiji Ishimori. I heard the new GOD theme song and it's just awesome. I was banging my head, enjoying the song very much. It was quite cool. So then we see Yano getting some from Tama Tonga. Taguchi tried the Bomaye and Taiji Ishimori wanted to dropkick his ass, but he moved in the last second. He did the Three Amigos, but Taiji Ishimori distracted the referee and Jado attacks him with a kendo stick. Yano attacks Tangaloa with the chair on the outside and Togi Makabe was about to win, but Taiji Ishimori pulls the ref away. Jado was about to waffle Makabe with a kendo shot, but Yano low blows him, double clothesline from Makabe, and a King Kong knee drop, but Yojiro Takahashi and Chase Owens, they come in, and Chase Owens does a package pile driver to Togi Makabe. Ape shit from Tangaloa and GOD with Taiji Ishimori retain the 6-man never openweight titles. I guess Chase Owens and Yojiro Takahashi are not elite anymore, and they are in the Bullet Club. So Bullet Club is stronger now, and they have more members in the team. But I was thinking, okay, if Chase Owens and Yujiro, they are part of, Bullet Club now, with Jay White being the leader, where are they going to be? Are they going to, compete for the junior heavyweight tag team titles? Or are we going to get something else? Because every guy in the team has a direction. Maybe the only guy that doesn't have a plan yet is Bad Luck Fale. But everyone else, they have a plan. We have Jay White, he wants to compete for the IWGP heavyweight title. You have Tangaloa and Tamatonga, they have the 6-man never openweight title, and they can compete for the tag team titles. The only two guys that won't have a plan is Yujiro and Chase Owens. So let's see what's gonna happen next. Los Ingobernables de Japón, Naito, Evil, Sanada, Bushi, and Shingo Takagi, they went against Suzuki, Kanemaru, Taichi, Zack Sabre Jr., and El Desperado. The match started with Taichi taking Naito's head off with a chair shot, and Naito fell down like a statue. Suzuki-gun continued around the ring with chairs and rails abusing LIJ. Dispy tried to unmask Bushi and his mask was halfway off until the referee stopped it. We see a Paradise Lock from Sanada to Kanemaru. Sanada made a mistake for trying the Paradise Lock on Suzuki, but Suzuki turned it into a Hell's Gate. Sanada tried his double leapfrog, but Suzuki stopped midway and gave him a choke. This just shows that Suzuki is very smart and he has observed most of Sanada matches to know his moves. A tornado DDT from Naito, then we see an axe bomber from Taichi for a near fall. Taka Michinoku gave the IC title to Taichi, and Taichi was about to waffle Naito with it, and he did. I thought Taka Michinoku is distracting the referee, and then Naito will duck that, and he will have the upper hand, but no. Then Taichi did the Black Mephisto for the win. So this sets up Taichi versus Naito for the Intercontinental title. To be honest with you, I don't want to see that match. I mean, imagine the possibilities. You have Okada, Suzuki, Hiroki Goto, Tomohiro Ishii, but we get Taichi? I mean, it will be the first match and we will get the good ones later. I thought Naito will continue being the king of the Intercontinental title and we will get some great matches, but no. They gave us Taichi and Taichi is going after him now, so hopefully it happens very soon so we can get it over with. Now the main event. It was the returning Yoshihashi with a new look. He had short hair and it was colored gray. Kazuchika Okada and Hiroshi Tanahashi going against Switchblade Jay White, Gedo, and Bad Luck Fale. Tanahashi seemed hurt from yesterday's match, and Yoshihashi moved fine in the match. We saw him take huge beatings to get heat, and Okada tags in to get his former heater, Gedo, and he takes care of him with a body slam and an elbow drop. Okada does a dragon screw on Bad Luck Fale and Hiroshi Tanahashi was so happy about it. A fighting spirit elbows between Tanahashi and Jay White. A Blade Runner countered into a twisted shout. Yoshihashi does a delayed side suplex that was a new move. Yoshihashi then tries Karma, but Jay White held red shoes, then did a one-handed dragon suplex, a Blade Runner on Yoshihashi for the win. Then Jay White calls out Tanahashi. They all beat up on Tanahashi and Okada, and Jay White promises the new year will be the beginning of the Switchblade era, because we all should breathe with the Switchblade. So there was no surprises, no Jericho, no Pac, no nothing this year. I mean, New Year Dash had nothing significant on the show. It was just a disappointment for me. I was like, we all have seen this big angles being set up, at the show, and then we have all this long feud going on. After that, we see the big match happening, but nothing happened here. I don't get it. You had the chance to do something big, but you didn't do it. We didn't see Kenny Omega. We didn't see Chris Jericho. We didn't see the Elite guys. We didn't see anyone. So what is going on? I mean, I think with the contract stuff that's coming up soon, maybe we will know about it more. Maybe I should go and check the Observer in a couple of hours and see what Dave Meltzer has to say. Because with all the news that's going on, I think this wasn't good. You needed like a big buzz to start the year and build up your feuds, coming up in the next month. If you're talking wrestling-wise, the wrestling was good. But other than that, it didn't get me excited. They have a couple of shows coming up, that's the Fantastic Manias, but that's like CMLL shows, and we're gonna get like a little bit of the New Japan guys coming up in January, and then at the end we have the New Beginning shows, so let's just wait and see. If you agree or disagree with me, please mention it in the comments below. Press a like if you enjoyed the review, subscribe to the channel, it will help us a lot, and check out our other videos. Take care, guys.
Dispatch.
Podcast.
Dispatch.
Podcast.